everyone, today we're going to be looking at my Disney VHS covers. Now these Funko Pops come in a case and have a cover of a VHS movie that they are from in the background. Now I've got quite a few, so I want to show them to you. The first one I'm going to show you is this Simba VHS cover. It is the VHS cover for The Lion King. Now, this is the only Simba Funko Pop that I have, and I really like that it has the movie poster as the background. I think they did a great job having him on Pride Rock. It's just so iconic. It's such a great scene from the end of the movie, and this movie in general was just an amazing film. Next up, we have Goofy, and his backdrop is the VHS cover for the Goofy movie. Now, again, another really iconic and I think a little bit underrated movie for Disney. I like that he has his hat, he's got the floaty wrapped around his leg, and then the fishing pole there. It really just captured how quirky and funny Goofy is. Next up, we have Stitch. Now, if you've seen my other videos about my Stitch Funko Pops, you did see this one there. Now, Stitch is one of my favorite characters to collect, and I do have a lot of his pops, but this one here I feel captures his personality, and a really cool scene in the movie where he's learning how to surf. I think it looks really great with the Lilo and Stitch VHS cover in the backdrop. Next, we have Hercules. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite movies. So as soon as I saw that they had the VHS cover for him, this backdrop, I was in love. Like the sword, it just really captures him. But I think this movie in general is very underrated. I don't think it gets as much love as it deserves. And don't get me wrong, it gets love, but it needs more because it's such a good movie. This next one here is actually one that I really was looking forward to. This is Duchess from the Aristocats. Now, when my daughter was really little, we used to watch it all the time, and she really loved the kitties, and she loved singing the Thomas O'Malley song, and she was obsessed. So of course I was obsessed because we watched it all the time. Now, she didn't have her own Funko Pop before this, so I think it's really awesome that she finally got one, and it is in this form where you could see the cover in the back. Next, we have Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I think this was a greatly executed pop. They put him in the stance from the cover, and I think that makes it pop so much more. I feel like this is such an iconic scene from the movie too, so to capture it in this form was really a great idea. Here we've got Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Now, with the new movie coming out, there's so much hype around The Little Mermaid, and I am a huge fan of the classics, so I'm excited to see the live action. I had to grab this one because I think this movie has some of the best songs. I think Sebastian does such a great job with the songs that he is a part of, and I was always obsessed with these. They definitely were the earworm songs for me. They get stuck in my head, and I would just nonstop singing it. But again, this one is such a great one to have. Now, speaking of an awesome soundtrack, next we have Aladdin. So this is Genie with the Aladdin VHS cover backdrop here. Now, I was a huge fan, and I still am, of Robin Williams, and I think his voice and the songs that the Genie sings really just make this movie. Now, given that he is gone, I think that it is so important that I have one of these Genie Pops because I'm a huge advocate for mental health, and I think that I knew I had to grab this one. It's my only Genie Pop, and I'm very, very thankful to have this one in my collection. Now, those are all the VHS covers that I have, but I want to give a special shout out to my movie poster from Fantasia. Now, I don't expect to get any more of these movie posters because they are huge, and it is just so difficult to display them. Unless you have unlimited space, there really is no way to display too many at once. Now, I did have to grab it because I'm a huge Mickey fan, and I actually got it as a gift, so I couldn't say no. Again, too big for me to continue to collect, but I had to give it a shout out because I think it's actually really cool. Now, these are not all of the movie posters that are out there, but these are just the ones in my collection. Now, as you saw, all of these are exclusive to Amazon. They all had that Amazon sticker, and I would imagine if more come out, they will come out on Amazon. So if you're interested in adding some of these, I know some are still available. I've even seen some for a discounted price. So if you would really like to add some of these, I would head on over to Amazon and check those out. Again, I really love them. I don't know how many more I'll collect just for the sake of space, but I highly recommend having a couple of these. If there's any movies that are really nostalgic for you, I think it's a great way to memorialize those memories. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you like these. I hope you grab some, and if you do, let me know in the comments what you have.